That's what I learned. I'm never gifting them anything. What?
What do you call
A bind?
a bean?
Like, what do you mean? What do you mean, what do you call a meme? I don't know.
A meme?
That was so great.
I know, right?
I love that.
So horrible. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. What the heck? We put duels on?
Yep. I'm not playing that ground game anymore. It's freaking annoying. And if you're watching my stream, you must know I'm so. Wait, are you watching it? I think so because there's somebody watching my stream and I know who it is probably. One comment and I can know who they are. I don't even need to see their name. One comment and it matters who they are. Yeah. Yeah, yeet. Yeah. Yeah, yeet. Alright, you say yeet and I say yeah. Yeah. And then you say yeet, alright? Yeah. Yeah, yeet. You gotta say yeet and I say yeah, yeah. 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 What? Oh, wow. Yeah. 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 It's a perfect combo right there. Oh! Did she just pickaxe me? Did she just hit me with a pickaxe? Oh my god, I'm trash with snipers. Like, just so you know. I just missed two perfectly bad shots that I could have hit. Okay, how many people are landing in Dusty today? Bro, how does that not hit? Yeah, thank you. I only have a sniper and I hate snipers right now. I mean, not snipers, I only hate the silence. I hate the silence. It's like the worst sniper I'm worth with. I hate the silence. I'm garbage with the silence. Like if I had a heavy, bro, that would have been so much better. Oh yeah, sure. Why not have a shotgun, mate? Why not have a shotgun? He's running right there. Bruh. Why not have a shotgun, right? Why not have a shotgun, right? Right, little ninja? Why not have a shotgun? Why not get a shotgun when I'm over here with a silent sniper that is so bad? I literally hate this game so much, bro. I don't even know why I play it. Do you have GTA? Do you have GTA? Oh wow, nobody's watching my stream. Nobody's watching my stream, bro. I'm sad. Nobody's watching my stream. I'm sad. This is a combo that I like a little bit, like not that much. I don't like this pickaxe on it, but I'm gonna put that pickaxe. Hey! Why is Overwatch so doo-doo? Overwatch is so doo-doo, bro. Whoever plays Overwatch, bro, you're doo-doo. What? Yeah, you play Overwatch, I get it. No, it's okay if you play Overwatch, I don't matter. It's okay, bro, I get it. Yes, you do. I get it, bro. It's okay, though. It's okay, though. It doesn't matter, bro. Just take it easy. Me play Overwatch? Do you know how bored of Overwatch I am? I don't even have it in my games list. You do. Really? Alright, buddy. Wow. Wow. I never thought you were gonna disrespect me like that, but... You think me, Brian, will have the shittiest, gayest game in the world? No, it's after Minecraft. And Roblox. And me getting raped by a freaking guy. Bro, if I don't kill this guy, I'm so garbage at the game. Okay, I'm dead. His team is coming. I don't like that. I killed the two of them. I killed the two of them. 8. And there's nothing to heal up in this building, bro. I'm teleporting around. What? Bro, I'm so low. I don't even... I'm literally one hit from dying. I'm literally pickaxe it. No, don't rush me, guys. I'm good. I'm really okay. Okay, we get it. No. I'm low as hell. We get it. We get it. We get it. I hear footsteps. I don't like that. Bro, I was about to edit that. How dare you? Oh, yay! But I still have no healing. I'm gonna try to do something, alright? Slurpee! Slurp! Lucky? You called me having 8 HP fighting a slurp lucky when you have full HP and a golden combat shotgun. You're so funny. You have 100 HP and you have a golden combat. There's the guy right here. I think they're fighting each other. Bro! I'm at 3 HP, bro. What the fuck? I'm dead. I'm dead, bro. He's right there! He's right there! Come on, dude. Can you rest me at least? I'm dead. I'm dead. Why do people have to have the greatest loot in the world? I have 2 close range weapons, bro, and he's from a mile away with an infantry rifle when I have 3 HP. Woo! I'm so happy, bruh. I'm so happy people get the best loot in the world and they don't die. Woo!
I'm so mad that I'm about to break my TV.
You know what I'm about to do? Oh, you're figured out. I'm just installing the game. I was joking. I'm not gonna do that. No. I was joking. This is a perfect combo. It's not that bad. Like, come on. You gotta like this. Come on. Look at this sexy butthole right here. Like, come on. Yeah, I shouldn't be saying that. if we die like in 3 seconds, as soon as you land, you have to wait 1 minute. If you die in that 1 minute, this is not in the game, right? But I have to die too. Because if I'm still alive and I grab your reboot card, that means you're still alive because you can come back to life. Bro, look at this combo. Look at this sexy combo. It's getting hot in here. It's getting hot in here. Yeah, close with the box. I'm in the corner, baby. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm in the corner. Don't touch me. I'm going to loot like, look at me. I'm the freaking boddest kid. What? Psych, son. I can't jump. Da da da. Da 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 da. What do you mean you're dying? Nobody has landed yet. How are you be dying? Blue tack. Why not, mate? Are you actually killing people right now? I knock one. Nice. Wait, you knocked two? What the? Are they supposed to die? We're playing duos. We're not playing squads. Remember, if I grab your reboot card, you're not dead. You saw that? You saw that? You saw that? Did you see that? I sniped the guy that killed you, by the way. He's dead. Bro, that should have hit. That should have hit. What? What? Bruh? Hello? Where am I getting shot from? What? Yeah, but I got shot from like 2 directions. That's not fair. Wow, I get it now. You're really being, I really get it. Don't worry. Do you have UTA? Do you have UTA? Ninja! Do you have UTA? Do you have UTA? Hello?
What are you saying?
Little
I mean, it's
ninja?
huge there, the fact they have priority on the side.
Do you have
As
UTA?
said, they've got the 2 balls, which means they're both going to be able to
You wanna play
rotate
it?
together in those. Don't have to use the resources and don't have to split up. So it's
Oh,
gonna make this
wow,
a
you're
lot
gonna
more
leave
effective.
me?
But right now,
You're gonna
T-Chubb
leave
and
me?
TK
Wow.
do have a good angle on the side of the zone with a lot of cover around them, as well as the heavy sniper, but no shotgun on T-Chubb. Very, very utility heavy right now.
Yes, if his duo is alive, which he is, Tick.
Oh, wait, that's the wrong disc.
Wait, what?
You kill.
Get a very cool high to mid ground position. They can once again rotate a little bit late when the zone comes in based off their height. Precision getting knocked down there from TQ. T-Chubb coming in with a big pop off, getting very, very meticulous onto where he looks, looking for storm lines, looking for boxes finishing up. Looks like a jump pad, floors coming down, or maybe just a block off. Heavy sniper still around him, and Tick have to look around and see if they can get any picks at the moment.
Yeah, and you see there, we also have Harambe and Jorge Q, as well as Majin and Provoked in that box underneath. And one thing I want to note about T-Chubb, you can see how he has this box covered there. So Osmo and Milan, who are on that high ground in the edge of the zone, aren't able to put any shots towards them, even if they wanted to. But there is another team up on the high ground getting a little bit of knock damage there as Milan now will look skyward. And that is a long rotation, pretty much max length there for 6th zone. And you see automatically everyone taking to the sky.
A lot of rifters up in the air, 2 different stages of high ground up right now. Not sure if the other one dropped down. Osmo, Milan, people in front of him, a trap coming down, metal and brick being built to make sure the foundations are secured. They do have a lot of shields. Osmo now boxed up, making sure he's 100 for that rotation. It is a long one. As you said, Sundown, we're going to be moving in a pressure plant. Geysers up for play. They're going to be looking at a mid-ground rotation as they do not have ultimate height just yet. A launch pad coming in. Osmo going up, seeing if he can contest or go for a low ground position. He's going to go low, get his shields knocked out. Milan on the low ground now.
Yeah, they're looking to get to the far side of the zone, box up, and then immediately turn. And you already see the changes in the loot pool being so blatant in terms of what players are carrying. So many more shields, whether it's the big pots or the chug splashes being prioritized here, which is allowing people to be up there. But as you see in the top left, players are just dropping non-stop because of this rotation. But Milan now posted up in a great power position in the zone, gets the knock onto Hexus 1Z there, and then gets another one back to back to Elims right away. And they're going to be able to get a decent amount of the loot being on the side with not bad storm priority either.
Yes, that jump pad that was used saved them so many mats, got them in such a good position to get that low ground tunnel off, get that vantage point secure and cut off at the end of the day. Very dope. Now they're going to be moving in onto the same layer at the moment. Still have a lot of heals and another launch to boot, and their mat management is so amazing. Still have 700 mats on the rotational person, Osmo.
But they got separated. Well done for Osmo to clean it up, but that's so crucial, losing your duo from effectively full HP because you want to tunnel out and save mats. It's great to have those extra resources, but it's not worth losing the duo, particularly as you're starting to close in on that top 15. You need every point possible. Again, this is one of the best duos in Europe who has yet to qualify. They're one of the ones on the list trying to do everything they can. Kyoto goes down, Star Peak goes down, Schmecky fires an RPG towards the high ground, which knocks Provoke and Majin. Osmo bonks his head, but catches himself now in the zone and will get enough time to pop his big pot.
Another big thing is the zone's actually bouncing back to the original 5th zone location, so a lot of recycled builds being used. Osmo's low now, drops all the way low. Broke back, gets his back, broke. No chance there for him. Going to be moving up to another mid-ground layer to stay safe. Wood builds at the moment, which are a little bit weaker, but he's going to be looking at all angles at the moment to see what he can pick up.
Yes, Provoked going down as well as Aimsons and TK, and we have our top 10, so 5 placement points for everyone. Good 180 out of Osmo, finds Zol and gets some of the build. Not enough. He's looking to see what else he can find. Sees the ballers on the low ground. Top 5. It's all about the Elims, the victory out, and brilliant from Osmo, ducking back out into the storm. Gets Tamir, gets the minimum amount of builds, gets all 13 of them, but still playing the low ground. 6 duos left. 5 duos remaining, 6 players. There's 1 full duo left, and Osmo's looking for a great edit down. 1, 2, 3 strikes. You're out, Harmy, and that was the other duo. We'll have a solo match if he can clean it up. Conversion comes through. 95 HP now, Shy.
In the zone now, it's the last circle, 9th one closing in. 40 seconds, Osmo finally goes down to Majin. Majin moving up, Jurg on the high ground, Pepper down below. It's a solo game at the moment, 1v1v1v1. Jurg making sure his lair is secure. Pepper up on the mid-ground lair. Majin getting pressure now. Pepper on low HP. Majin taking storm damage to get his heals up on a trap. It's his though. He moves in. Pepper going down. Risk versus Majin on the low ground. Jurg looking for pressure from height. Gets those combat shots on Majin, who gets dropped into the zone. Gets a quick pickup from Risk. Taking that risk, getting the reward. Jurg now on a lot of HP and shield, not taking tick step. Imagine with the surprise factor low on Mats, can he get it done? 3 left for him. Or Elims, he tries for the 50-50, but Jurg comes in. S2V wins at the end of the day. Very dope stuff there.
Well done there from Harambe and Jorge Q, closing out there and matching the score of Majin and Provoked, putting both those duos at 34 points after the match. Again, we saw the leaderboard. It was 41-37. These are all duos who are up towards the top, but the action doesn't stop. Hopping into the third game here, we are also into the final hour in Europe, so we're getting down to those last games. You can see it closing in on it. I apologize, a little premature there, but 1:03 left. People getting towards the back half and the back thirds of their games. 49 players left, 28 duos.
Yeah, these games are stacked. Looks like every single game so far has had that Storm Surge active, and these placement points are coming in around the 7th, 8th circle. So you have to be able to survive, have to keep your duo alive, have to manage your mats and your heals all the way through. Impact Pixie going up a few layers, looking for any more vantage points, any more sight lines he can block off. A launch pad coming in as people start to rotate to that 5th zone a little bit early, but the zone just started moving. Ballers all around, a lot of open pyramid edits as well, as Pixie takes a few shots but has those shields available, going up for another big shot up or another build up. Alliance Powder goes down. So as we said, these early rotations, then the cutoffs, they're huge in terms of picking up free elims on people moving.
And somebody just tried to force that box as well with that flint knock. Fixie being not about it. Powder is getting enough space to be revived there. You can see that in the top right corner of your screen as the rotation comes out. Not a single player dropped on that rotation so far. We are still at 49 left, and this is kind of the proliferation of those heals. You see more people carrying heals, carrying shields. It allows you to take chip. If you get chipped on rotation, no longer out. Good wall replace there from Shaw, and Nira getting into Noisy's box. Can they get the wall again as he gets to take it back? Does get it. Can they get the stairs in? And they do. Noisy and Arctic Dangerous going down. Well done from the EVD duo.
Even with all this mobility, these guys now know the meta. It's week 10. Everyone's already caught up. You have to be able to go for these elims when you have the tools, when you have the pressure and that ping advantage as well. Shaw on full HP, Nirwa at full HP as well. Both sitting on a few elims for each other on pops. 25 people left alive. That Storm Surge is going to start ticking as well, as we haven't gone down to that 30 threshold just yet. A lot of action on low ground. Ballers still available to a lot of people as well.
And the one thing you do talk about, that ping advantage, it certainly does not hurt to have the better internet going in there. But shout out to SEE and the Vietnamese team being the first one coming through there and putting on a show last night. And I think it's actually something that's a little bit more mitigated when it comes to duos because of the strategies that end up going through, where you'll have one person forcing the wall, the other person trying to replace, or the other person isn't actually trying to get the wall right there, but they're trying to get the stair in first so then they can get the wall there. And you get to start playing games like the double combats, looking for the player in the sky there with the Shadow Bomb. As you see, their Storm Surge is active. We'll need to go to 30 players, and they got the knock onto Haibuzin courtesy of the storm right before taking to the sky.
Looks like these guys are at the very highest point of this rift as well. They get to make the final decision onto where to land. No pressure from them at all as you look over. Not that much going on in mid-ground to protect height as it's getting shot out by Rapti. No elims coming out just yet. Everyone playing very, very safe and tunneling very well at the moment. Crew just gets powdered down once again. Scribbly Doggy now looking for any other shots down below his mid-ground tarp layer. That's an option a lot of mid-ground bases have. They can look down anywhere in their box, just protect the top and look for any squeeze eliminations on the bottom side of the map.
And we're going back on this rotation, so you can see how Scribby and his teammate just immediately turn backwards and start editing through their tunnel. Now they can just slowly edit backwards and fire shots. Stink goes out, they spray shots towards it, but it is actually Lanoof who gets that knock. Killigort does go down as well. Lanoof and Clinton had previously qualified, but are doing their best in here. You see Violin in the top left as we get closer and closer to the placement threshold. Kazuna and Scribby, good job cycling out right now. Lanoof does end up going down, as well as a Supremacy Attack, who was in that top 10. However, they need to be cautious. Other maps starting to get a little lower and a lot of tunnels going on around here.
Yes, and it's actually amazing what these guys are doing right now. They're waiting and tunneling as much as possible, not peeking too hard, then waiting for utility to get used. Any rifts, you go for those big shots in the air. Nesty going down now from a lower tarp layer. Once again, they're waiting for people to stop and make mistakes and capitalizing on everything as they did on the Stinks before as well.
That was a huge swing, puts them up to 7 eliminations and into the top 15. That was a 5-point bonus right there for this duo and into 30 points, up into the conversation. You can see Shaw then gets the knock onto Waste as everyone gets sent down on ultimate high as Nura is trying to work upwards and get some form of connection. He has the next lowest tarp and he's just going to drop down and say, whatever. Here's all those heals and the utility we talk about as we close in on the next placement threshold. 11 duos left, 14 players, so a lot of solo riders, 8 of them hanging out, while only the 3 full duos.
No challenges coming on from height either, which allows Shaw to get these easy pressure picks with this gold scar. These guys making sure their rotations are perfect. Lol Boom now going down. When you have this time, when you have the Pro-Am weekend to prepare your loadout, your loot path, you get these big loadouts that are gold, all the heals you need. Another knock coming in from Nirwa. They're just tearing on this high ground at the moment.
They're doing brilliant, making sure they're getting good angles, but some shots going up, finally going to force them. And that's one thing we've talked about. Uncontested high ground is great until somebody from the low ground decides to take notice of you. You are the only one raining down the shots. However, cover yourself up and just reset. You'll get that advantage back. As you can see, Nura and Shaw doing a brilliant job of this, but look at the chaos on the low ground. Right now, you have Nura in your top right, Scrib Doggy in your bottom right. The rest of the action on the left side as Nali gets taken down by Kazuna, and we have our top 5, so it's all about the elims and the victory route as Violinin finds Fixie right after he gets past the 3 duos left. Drop down ends up coming through. Scrib Doggy will he find it, but instead Nura comes in late to the party, cleans up 1, cleans up 2, and that is it. Shaw and Nura take home the victory royale. 10 eliminations, 44 points, putting them in contention again. We're into the final hour of Europe. We're right there. These are the matches that decide those last spots. 4 are up for grabs, Shy. That's it. 4 left.
It's all man, low, mid, and height, everything getting contested. Juice to milk for this week as well. Everyone's just trying out their honed strategies over these 9 weeks of preparation they've had, solos and duos. A lot of people splitting up, playing with new duos as well. We've seen that a lot in NA East, as well in EU. As we get into this next game, Issa and Camo on the low ground.
Yep, and you can see that controller duo trying to represent and do everything they can. Issa having already qualified for the solos, Camo trying to find his way to New York City. Can they make it? And this is actually one of the thinnest end games we've seen so far, with 39 players left, still 22 duos, so a little more action going on in the mid game. As you can see, Representative Issa and Camo's 8 elims right now. Super impressive, and there you go. Finally now into that last hour. 3rd time was the charm, 56 minutes remaining. And again, if you are just joining us and it's one of your first weekends watching, it is 3 hours or 10 matches. The semifinals were played yesterday and the qualifying spots are in the top right. We have already seen the BES duo advance out of Oceania and the Trigger QQ duo from Vietnam take home the spot out of Asia. Which 4 will join them in Europe? And who do you got your eyes on, Shai?
For me, at the moment, I think that Shaw is just playing amazingly right now. I also think that there's going to be a lot of chances for Camo and Issa to pop off as well. They've been up and down in the leaderboards at the moment, but as we can see over here, these high elim games, if you get 1 or 2 pop-offs, you're right back into the running. There is only an hour left, but everyone's already experienced in playing their 10 games, knowing that, hey, if we're behind 2 or 3 games, we can play a little bit aggro here and then catch up with those big placement types of games later on. So hopefully these guys and their game plans work out. We'll see what's up right now. A little bit of a sneaky game coming in, a 4-gun loadout, which we don't see too much from Issa, with combats, ARs, drum guns, a very AR-heavy medium ammo loadout. Low people as well on mid at the moment. A lot of calmness. When there's not too many people in the server, you have these stalemate moments where a lot of people get to have a lot of information. Now, this is good for 2 reasons. 1, the people who are boxing up know a lot of things about one another. But the bad part about it is that if everyone has information on everyone, there's so many more sightlines that get abused and used for eliminations left and right around the whole map.
Yeah, it's much harder to manufacture eliminations in this circumstance because everyone is used to playing. And it's kind of nuts that we've gotten to the point in Fortnite where 39 people in a fifth circle is like, oh yeah, you know, that's not that dense. You know, it's fine. You got some room to move around and work with. But like, normally the reason people say play for late is because when you get so chaotic, if you are deliberate and you're able to get your rotation down, you will get opportunities to pick off other players. And you can see there just how aggressive these guys have been. 1,102 damage above the Storm Surge threshold. Again, that will turn off once we get down to below 30 players. As you see the launch pad come out, no bonks there. Thought about challenging for height instead. Gonna go far side of the zone and box up and turn.
Camo now missing his partner, actually. They finally get together once again. He's going to be boxing up, waiting for any elims to happen. These guys have 8 elims together in total. Heavy Snipe coming into onto the box as well in front of them. No follow-up, though, as it's not possible. These guys are on split layers, although that's very good for sight lines and different vantage points. Sometimes the synchronization can get desynchronized when you're not together with your duo partner.
Stay with your buddy. Particularly, it's week 10. Come on. Like, how many times, like, unless your name is Mongrel, like, trying to just 1v2 the rest of the lobby generally hasn't worked out for a lot of players. And right now, Issa and Camo recognizing that, getting back together, still on 8 elims, and now they're going to try and kind of level out the loadout. Interesting to see him dropping the heavy sniper in favor of still running the double AR, but I'm Trash living up to his name there as Issa just blasts him with the combat shotgun. Can't poke there, can't challenge against one of the best players out of Europe. Gets the conversion over, and we're closing in on that top 15.
Very, very smooth build over there to get right back up to his partner. But no, these guys are split now. Issa going on for a 1v1. Camo getting a nice low tier or low ground lockdown on his enemy. Max going down on 60 hertz. You got to up those hertz, but you got to see these people coming. Camo moving around. Issa popping off on his lair as well. These guys are owning the whole server, making sure everything's getting shredded down on numbers. Ash going down as well. The finish is coming out. These guys have collectively done so much damage. Drop-offs. It's chaos. Mods going down. What's happening over here, Sunday?
15 elims now. He just ran up to 15 elims, and notice how he's constantly checking his side. Can make it 16. Zaito goes down as well. Who says you need a teammate? He says, Mongrel, who? My name is Ghost Issa, and I'm here to make a play. Camo's in a box. What's in a box? It's the Ghost duo. They want to make it to New York City. They want to go together. One isn't enough as we're closing in on the top 10. 38 points so far, 17 elims. They're already on 22 points just from this match, but they will not stop yet. There's still chaos going on. Pushes forward. Jexy goes down. Trap gets armed right next to him, and they're into the top 10. Issa picks up another one on the high ground. They're on 19 now. He needs to circle back around and find the zone, and he finally does. Narshni goes down. Delay goes down. Top Boy goes down. Closing in on top 5, and he finds it. Jinsen goes down as well. 6 left.
Are there health bars working? They haven't taken any damage that's significant at all. Still both alive on separate. They're playing solos. Guys, you queued up for the wrong mode. What's going on? It's 9th circle, 8 people alive, both on separate layers. Still 3 stinks available for pressure, doing their own thing. Back to back. Intensive goes down. The workout's too much for him. Another sting going on height to help out his buddy. Issa on low HP. Camo, finally these guys are getting put in check. Issa taking stinks. 1 HP. He goes down. Can Camo clutch up? A mini coming up. The enemy pops in with a heavy sniper. Mark bringing down their big rain, but so many eliminations as we move on to the last 1v1. Alphin up with Mark going and bullying the last solo player left alive. Issa's big rain going down. Camo also going down as well. Alphin with a big combat shotgun pop shot. Intensive 8x finally going down as well. They secured the elim points. They secured the victory royale as well, but Camo and Issa, holy moly.
That was huge right there, but not to be understated. Alpha and Duo picking up 18 points right there, 8 elims and the victory royale. Zeke, that was nuts.
Sundown, that was absolutely insane. I mean, first of all, it's so awesome to hear Shai's voice and hear how incredible he is at casting. Let's just...
A great first cast. That was
great
beautiful.
First cast, especially in that game with Issa and Camo. Controller lords, you got to think with another pop-off performance like that.
Yes.
They could be potentially contesting for a spot.
They could be the only full controller duo to qualify for a World Cup. It is the last chance for any of that to happen. So with games like that, Zeke, this is just the start of the day, by the way. This is the first block of games. We have way more Fortnite, but for now, let's hang out with Bala. I know you've pulled some clips for us to take a look at. Let's see what you got. Yeah, I can explain. I can explain some clips here of what happened into those games. Tickle. I mean, he's by himself, he's trying to clutch up, and everything was going wrong there. He ended up being placed underneath the stairs. His heavy snipe didn't get the wall. The turbo build came in, and then even here, getting the stairs placed, this duo was going to come out on top of him, but he's able to stay composed, get the elimination, and then another situation that was unexpected. Somebody lands right behind him, and he still managed to get away, even with low HP. And when we looked at the leaderboards at the front, we saw all of these teams that were in this game here, Orc and Andalex on high ground. They use the chug splashes to recoup a little bit before, and Telek unfortunately gets a little antsy, jumps out, and that's going to be the end because both Andalex and Orc are looking down on top of him. Here, Osmo goes on a tear with his teammate Milan. And I mean, some of the things that they did here, this was really interesting to me because you used to run out in the storm and just tank the damage from the storm to get the loot. But in this case, he's using the chug splash to recover instantly. And then what a catch there from Osmo. We're going to look at another team here, Provoked and Imagine, who are so close to qualifying week after week, especially last week 8. Provoked actually goes down on a waterfall there as somebody makes its way there. But this shot was disgusting. He didn't even actually get that elimination. He did a 112 to him to the face, but actually Jorge, who was up on high ground towards the end, managed to nag that from him. But then Osmo taking on both Carnifex and Harmy by himself. Back on Imagine though is Osmo finally, because he doesn't have his shotgun reloaded, ends up going down. Imagine with the good attempt after we saw Provoked end up going down from fall damage, takes out Risk while in the storm, and then makes another storm play to kind of try to catch him by surprise, but it's not going to be enough. But it was so close, Zeke. This shot right here, and then look at this. He was so close. He already had his crosshair on his face, but no. Jorge is going to take the win just barely by milliseconds here, Zeke. This was so close.
Man, coming down there to the wire, man. This is just what Fortnite is, right? Like, everyone's going to give it their all. Everyone wants to qualify, and that's the kind of stuff we're seeing. Let's take a look at the leaderboard to see how things are shaking out currently. I can't even read.
Den Magisk, I don't know.
Den Magisk?
Magisk. I'm going to call him Magisk.
Magisk, great. And TTV, I'm the Beast. We know you. You've been hanging out here for a while. At the top still, though, 7 games remaining.
Yeah.
This is pretty substantial. 3 victory odds right now, 100% win rate.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
That is ridiculous. I mean, 62 points. This might be flipped here. Games remaining versus matches played. Possibly Benji Fishy and Mr. Savage. We've seen them week after week, and people are starting to, use that Fishy tag at the end of their name to get the good luck. But I mean, Wolfies and Rojo were up here earlier. They've got 57 points now. They dropped down from 1st to 4th. Skyte and Vato, who are just barely, I think they got 9th place twice in a row in the duos week. So that's one of the French-speaking duos that have not yet made it. We saw the Solary guys go through before, and then some of these other guys as well, Andalex and Orc, we saw their win. And Dreda, who had the crazy performance in week 9. You guys watched it. Just unbelievable. So it's shaping up. I mean, I'm already seeing Skyte and Vato. I'm starting to get excited because they start to play better as time goes on. And we just have all but time right now. It's running down, though.
Yeah, for sure. I'm ready to get back into these games. Bala, if you are as well, I think we're going to send it back over to Sundown and Shy. Gentlemen, back over to you and keep the action rolling.
Thank you so much, Zeke and Bala. All good, Shy, no worries. But I'm so excited, like you said. We saw so many of those guys up on that top board. It's so incredibly dense. 52 players in this lobby, 28 duos remaining, and again, the 4 final spots. We're coming down to it right now. That line, because the Mr. Savage and Benji Fishy duo have already qualified, would be 54 points. 51 was on the bottom. 3 points separating everyone. That's how tall you have to be to ride the ride. And Storm Surge is on again, Shy.
The pressure is active in EU, and we are in pressure plant as well. The lava's hot. These skins look hotter. The guns look very nice as well with that new camo that's out in the shop as well. A lot of edits going up and around. Once again, Geyser's up in play. A lot of free rotation, free shots being taken too, but a miss coming in from Speezy, very, very close to the opponent's head. Baller's getting shot down on Storm line. Once again, a very good position. A lot of people playing for pre-positioned advantage points and then milking those elims rather than getting them on the fly. The guys are being baited now. Can the beams come through? White HP on that opponent. His fly gets cut short. Jarkos going down now. Where's his dual partner? We don't know. His finish is going to be coming out now as these sweaty soccer skins, Alex and Speezy, are just going to be tearing up this low ground, making sure no one's allowed to be this tall for this EU ride on the northeast side of the map.
And you see them actually able to get into the mid-ground. Alex was the player from the Winter Royale who hadn't played competitive before. It was just always in the arena duos and said, hey, I'm pretty good at Fortnite, and through the open structure has now been in all of these end games. But Speezy now going to opt to tarp away. We'll see the conversion happen onto Alec, and now has to make some tough decisions in terms of loot. Is going to drop the heavy snipe in favor of taking the rift. Will he opt to fix anything else up? And you can see now he's trying to go back through and just make sure he gets it.
Oh, Brian, you want to do duos? Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I think he'll do duos.
Man, why do you want to play with Brian?
I thought that was a friend you were talking about. I was playing duos with. Like,
wait.
do you have like any pro friends that I could play with? Do you have any pro friends that I could play with?
Let's just play some squads.
Wait, don't you have any brothers that could play? I want to verse them.
You wanna play with my brother?
If you have one.
Yeah, I do, but he's not on right now.
No, can he play on your account?
My account?
Yeah.
So you're saying you want him to play on my account?
Yeah, since he
he doesn't live with me.
Oh. What? How long did he live away from you? A few miles?
Let's just play some squads, not Brian. I'm just gonna leave.
Okay, I'll join you.
Just leave the party and I'll leave after you.
Ah,
Cambio ya.
ah,
Todo cambia más.
¿qué es eso?
Empanada.
A ver,
Todo te doy.
no, qué asco.
¿Te explico? Ah, no sé, es que ahí su mouse está cagado.
Fortnite fam? Did I beat you in rock, paper, scissors? Hashtag Fortnite World Cup. I probably did because I'm really good at it. It's the only thing I'm good at ever. But, guys, we are knee-deep in the World Cup finals. Qualifier here for duos. It has been unbelievable. The European action has not disappointed. But, of course, we're getting ready to hop into more games. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at Oceania replays because don't forget, Oceania and Asia happened overnight. So we're going to also look at Asia replays as well. I guess I should have said both. And then we're going to take a live look into Brazil, see how things are going for them. I need 2 casters on deck. Let's get Pookie Face. Let's get Sundown. Let's get into these games.
Thank you so much, Zeke. I'm joined here by the amazing Pookie Face, who has a great talent at ignoring high fives.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow, she literally looked right at the camera and then right at me. But as Zeke just said, Oceania and Asia wrapped up last night. I stayed up and watched some of the games. I know most people didn't, but they were incredible. The last spots were there, and let's hop in, give these guys a little coverage, and celebrate just how awesome at Fortnite they are. Now, a fun fact about both these guys, 7 matches played total. That was all they ended up running through, so they were able to get the maximum amount of points through each one of them, not needing all 10. And as we talked about, with the Breakaway Esports duo of Serpent and Hype, averaging a placement of 2.67 across those 7 games. That is ridiculous.
That is extremely high. Do you know what other teams are sitting at in terms of averages like that?
I mean, you really don't typically will see placements like that in a 10-game run. Like in overall, like we've seen people being those consistent in like one of the weeks up there where they were nearing 4, but sub 3 is. That's really, really, really good.
Yeah, it's definitely pretty incredible, like you said. And we see Hype just get the elimination on Pendragon, LOL there, just utilizing his edits there to quickly peek out, make sure that he's not leaving himself too exposed. Take a look at his partner, Serpent, who has got his own agenda of what he's doing over here. Looks like he's doing the same thing, but on the opposite side. So these guys just applying pressure all over the map.
Yeah, and one thing to note, it is a much sparser circle when you're in those very late games in terms of Oceania. Some players opting to play aggro, trying to get their games out there, will just go full send and try and burn through a couple towards the end to get into another one. But if you have good game management or the ability to just play consistently and ride it out, you can play this game all the way to conclusion and maybe snag what might be a slightly easier victory route for you if you're playing passive and defensive, which Serpent and Hype seem to have been doing so here with, I want to say, only 6 elims, but in comparison to the rest of the lobby, it's not a ton. It's good.
No, for sure. And to your point, kind of what you said about knowing, where your opponents are. Keep in mind that there's only 12 players left on this map right now, and only 7 duos remain. Make that 11-6. I spoke way too soon. Serpent secures another elimination there on Bray. But in terms of final circles, Sundown, this is not something that we see very often in these late games.
No, and it makes for interesting play because people can be more calculated, but normally you don't get as much room to operate. So now all of a sudden, Zank being in this 1-by-1 by himself, if certain Hype want to go pinch him, they absolutely will. They know this is a 2v1. They know there's no one else here, but Zank is now trying to get whatever opportunity he can to free up shots, knowing that the next elim that goes down is the top 5, and every single point matters, even if not for qualification, then for the prize money, with the prize pool being doubled in weeks 9 and 10.
Yeah, and Zank making that quick decision to just use the launch pad, kind of get out of there. He saw that there were players rushing at him, decided to go up, get the high ground, which does end up working out for him because he lays down a 35 and a 71 shot on opponents down below. Breaks a baller, which is going to be bad news for that player. He isn't going to have that additional protection anymore. But he is just trying to fire shots, methodically go through and see if he can actually get any kind of knocks or eliminations here to get that siphon, because he doesn't actually have any kind of healing, and he does take out Jimmy, so that is certainly going to help him for any kind of future eliminations or any kind of engagements here.
Yeah, and it got him into the top 5, and Goobaz actually ended up going down as well, so just getting the tags on the end of the storm as rotation does go up the mountain, the verticality being the difference there. Elimination does go over. That was the knock we had just talked about. While Replace goes through, he edits down, has nothing to catch himself, but luckily was on the edge of it. But Hype is relentless on the high ground, and now they're going to start working the top down. When we started on board with them, they had 4 elims, now worked it all the way up to 8. There is 9 and 10, and they're looking to close this match out, and this is where every point matters. Getting the wall replaced, and Slaya goes down. Well done from Hype and Serpent. 11 elims in the victory royale.
Well done from them indeed. Now, unfortunate to see Slayo go down. I know that he is a favorite from a lot of people, but you know what? Second place, not too bad, Sundown.
No, it was a good effort, but like you said, once kind of those two get rolling, when they have the momentum, they are able to just run with it. We've seen it before in the semifinals, and when they finally converted it over, sometimes that's all it takes. If you're able to put the pieces together on the right day in the finals, that's what ends up mattering. Now we're on board here with Surf Junkie and Evanix.
And take a look at their loadout. They have right now 2 Rift to Goes, 2 Shadow Bombs. I'd be interested to see if they've split the Shadow Bombs. Duos will typically do that, you know, give 2 and 2 so each partner has some kind of mobility in their inventory. They do only take up 1 slot, and you can carry a whole bunch of them. So we've seen time and time again players utilizing those to make rotations, make sure they're safe heading into the next zone, and they are going to actually opt to Rift out there so that they can make that early rotation. They did have quite a long way to go, but they are going to look to see if they can possibly sneak on some high ground here.
Yeah, the thing is there, well, it seems like it is a little bit of an early rift. If you look at the bottom right-hand corner, majority of the players were in their path in order to get to the rotation. So when you have 2 rifts and 2 extra shadow bombs as well as a ton of the shields, you can afford to be a little more aggro there, and they're actually able to now get priority on the zone and pick up an elim as well. But can they get the mats and then disengage out with whatever upgrades they so desire?
Again, Surf Junkie taking a lot of damage there, so he is going to have to really focus on getting healed up before they, you know, make the next rotation or before they take another engagement, because you certainly do not want your duo's partner going down or falling to anyone at this stage of the game. That certainly can spell disaster. But we are going to take a look here at Serpent and Hype. We saw a little bit of their gameplay in the last game. They look as though they're playing very, very well together today. And you know, let's just see what they can pull out right now.
Yeah, so these were actually, so the last game we watched was their second to last game, and this was their final game of the evening. So that's kind of why it ended up being such a thinner lobby. It was a lot of the players trying to get through and use the last of the games, but Serpent and Hype saying, that's fine, we'll play it for a victory royale. And right now, inside the first placement threshold, already on 7 elims for this match. So that's 10 points so far coming out from this game. That's what we talk about when we say maximizing efficiency in every single one of your lobbies. If you're making it into the final placement threshold, getting a couple of those victory royales and getting elims as well, no, it makes it very difficult for everyone else in the lobby to even keep pace with you.
Yeah, and you know, that we've seen time and time again has worked out for so many players, you know, really just being very aggressive, just going full send. It doesn't matter what game you're in, that can always bode well. He does get the knockdown on oh my gosh, Surf Junkie and Evanix just fall to him completely, no chance, and we've seen them play very strong in the past, so that is very surprising. But Serpent does pick up the Rift to Go and 2 extra Shadow Bombs, so now the tables have turned, Sundown. He has got all of the mobility he needs.
They just have so much control over this lobby now. With the high ground, they can see nobody else is even remotely close to it. There's the far side of the lobby. You will see Lunar and Alpha trying to put some shots on it. Prince Charming comes sailing in, but there was a Shadow Bomb directly in the box behind it. I don't know if Alpha realized that. Gets high ground taken away from him second. Boxed in, no traps coming out. Does finally put one down, and Kaiser can't avoid the damage there. 15 health on it. Needs to throw the Chug Splash at his feet or get the edit out. One of the two has to happen very shortly. 15 HP, was able to get back up to the high ground. Is going to opt to just pop the minis and then go for the Chug Splashes. Yeah,
I mean, at that point, it wouldn't have really mattered too much what he chose to do, because you are only you throw down. He did wait for his partner to join him though, because there is that area of effect with the Chug Splashes. You get 20 health, your teammate gets 20 health, so not everybody gets 20 health.
Well, that's tend to be why you see it more run in duos, but also just love having shields all over the place. But now Serpent and Hype going aggro, and we've seen it putting the dual combat shotguns to work, focusing on that with the loadout and making sure they're shooting together. But right now, Serpent has been chipped out a little bit. However, they're into the top 10 in terms of the team. So 5 placement points been picked up so far. And look at that. Prince Charming gets taken down. No fairy tale ending for you there. It's just back to the lobby, and considering this is the last match, that's the end of your World Cup run, as Serpent and Hype able to clean that up. There's another one going over, up to 12, and all the resources from it, and they saw that Shadow Form player. Look at him just running.
What is happening? Sundown. He was just, you know what? I think at that point, he was just trying to do whatever he could to stay alive. Unfortunately, Hype and Serpent met him there, but Serpent does actually go down, and he is going to fall to the storm. It is going to be completely up to Hype now to carry the rest of this game. Each of them having 7 eliminations, sitting at 125 points. Do you think he's going to be able to pull out the victory royale? We're going to have to find out.
Now, they are on those 14 Elam's, has the proximity launcher. That's 70 on both of them right there. Will get the AoE, gets the 70 again, so he knows that player is on 40. Drops down, he finds Ices, catches himself with the waterfall as he drops. Will pick that up. Siphon comes over too. Will he be able to get enough mats? He's sitting on 3, 2, now out of materials. It's a 2v2, v1, v1. Edit comes out. Needs to pick up this Elam. Storm isn't his favorite player. Covers himself with metal. Edit goes forward. Uncle Andy, say goodnight. Nothing left for you there. Hype finds the shot right there. Gets a good 80+ tick. Can he find another one as he's trying to do all of the work by himself right now? Serpent's been taken down. He's sitting on 9 Elam's, getting some help from the high ground. 73 with the first shot. Getting walled out. Needs to find a way back in the zone, and he does. Lupius goes down 1, 2. Can he find the third? Needs to get the conversion over, and he does. Lupius goes down. It's a 2v1. Can he find it?
Oh, no.
Alpha Barbucks cleans it up, but second place and 15+ Elams coming out from that good effort from Lunar and Barbucks, but Hype and Serpent showing why they got that top spot. It was really well played.
Unbelievable, the decision making and mechanically how gifted you have to be able to drop down, waterfall down, pull out your shotgun, and catch yourself so quick. Cat-like reflexes. Too bad Kitty Plays isn't here to comment on those.
And making sure that it was the player he had ticked twice with that proximity grenade, while it only being 70 damage, it's basically guaranteed if the player isn't boxed themselves up. But now we're going to hop on over to the Asia region while we see what was up with the Trigger QQ boys of the Vietnamese region, or the Vietnam country, playing on the Asia region. Apologies there, as we're on board here with Ricky and Joysa. Some good shots coming out from that tactical assault rifle so far. 12 duos remaining, 23 players left as we're in the half in, half out.
Yeah, and we are seeing a little bit of a trend here so far with these games, Sundown. You know, not very many players left alive, but I think it's a great change of pace, and you can really see how the players adapt their play style to kind of, you know, counteract the fact that there aren't going to be very many people in the lobby. Ricky just taking down Seal completely as he was trying to rotate and use the launch pad to get out of there. So good on him with that elimination. That will be his first one of the game. His partner, Jazia, is sitting on 2. They are going to use the stinks to actually try to pressure this player above them, see if they can get him to come down, but he just gets out of there and says, you know what? That one stunk. I'm not interested.
Yeah, Cushy having no reason to do that. And you also noticed that Joysa threw the stink directly on top of Ricky while he was pressuring. No friendly fire going on there. As you can see, Hooten and Peach on the low ground, but there's the qualifiers, Flame and Unique over on the side. And one thing I went through and ended up reviewing a lot of their matches, they had some hairy situations early, but pretty much every single early game, they got completely uncontested Dusty Divot and walked out with just maxed everything. Like, it was nuts and just getting a ton of rotation, but right here you can see right now, sitting on 2 Elims, have a decent amount of loot, good amount of mats, and prime area on the zone. So convert that into one onto Theo, getting a good knock with the help of the Storm, up to 66 points as we're inside that placement threshold, number 2, top 10 ticking over.
And I feel like Dusty Divot is actually one of those points of interest where you can drop and get a ton of resources, all the trees being there. You know, some would argue that, you know, you're at a bit of a disadvantage because you are essentially, you know, not to pun, but you are in a divot. But you know what? If you can use those trees for cover, that whole area completely uncontested and for yourselves, you are going to come out of there sitting pretty. So we are taking a look here. They are rotating over. We'll see how he builds up here, if he tries to take high ground, or it looks like he might actually be making a play for that.
Yeah, he was looking to find it over on the side, but instead just opted to box himself up, realizes he has the RPG and wants to start sending everyone cascading down, but opts not to fire it. So interesting decision there. I actually thought he would have sent it down. Instead turns towards the player underneath him, and him and Ricky are going to try and isolate that player in order to convert it into an elim. Now he's going to look skyward. I figure he would want to reset that before they got too established. Nope. Instead, he's going to say, my high ground now, perfectly timed launch pad to get it right at that maximum deploy height. And now, all of a sudden, Joyza and Ricky on the high ground with a whole bunch of resources.
And 12 rockets in their RPG. We've seen this time and time again. Explosives are extremely strong, but they are even stronger when they are raining down on players from ultimate high ground. These players do not have to worry at all about anything that is happening above or below them. They need to be looking up at Jazia and his teammate because they are actually going to go on a little bit of a tear here. Let's see if they can get any more eliminations. They've already picked up one, but you can see him. Jazia's ready. He's got that RPG out, Sundown.
He has it out. He's trying to make sure it's loaded. Stinks continue going up. That looks like it's his teammates since he's just walking through that. Does hit top 5. Now Ricky has taken a solid amount of damage, but continues tossing down Stinks towards the low ground, but he hasn't found anything with it. So far, they've only converted this into one, and Ricky actually got knocked flame all of a sudden. Flame and Unique picked up 2 there, and they're into the top 3 with a 2v1v1. Joyza on the high ground. Dorothy isolated in front of him. They're going to try and pinch. RPG comes down, but Joyza comets himself, falling down after the RPG, taking 80+ damage. So now rifts himself up to the sky, but this is going to give Flame and Unique all of the pace, all of the pressure. Dorothy gets pushed down. Unique does get chipped out, so he needs to be careful. Joyza, recognizing this, knows he needs to go now before it's isolated, but there's the maximum deploy height. Might as well just be hanging out, clips his head, finally touches his feet, and gets blasted for it. Flame and Unique, we hopped on board with them. They had 2 elims. They converted it into a 7 elim victory royale for 17 points, Spooky.
Very well done coming out of those 2. And Jazia made a little bit of a mistake there. He did miss that floor that was built out, but unfortunately for him, he didn't have much of a choice. He didn't have any mats left, so he had to rift. That was literally his only play. Fortunately, it didn't work out, but let's hop right into another game from the Asian servers. We are looking at the Trigger Boys again. They're sitting at 9 eliminations already this game. So, you know, let's kind of see if they're able to pull something off here.
And again, one thing I highly recommend if you have the ability to go back and watch these guys' VODs, because I know a lot of people, they like to talk about the zero ping wall takers and going somewhere else to play on. These are players playing from Southeast Asia, playing from Vietnam, being able to execute together, finding a strategy that works for them, team firing and coordinating. It was very impressive to watch. And there's honestly a couple of situations in the early and mid game where it felt like they really shouldn't have got out of, and they had really cool disengages. So highly recommend checking out these 2 players in particular if you want someone who might feel a little more accessible in terms of going over, and it's something that, like, hey, I can do this, because I know there's sometimes when I watch VODs of like Benji Fishy or Clicks or Dubs, and it's like, well, I'm never going to try that ever, so.
Never say never, believe in yourself.
Some of these kids, some of the guys going to the Fortnite World Cup final are infinitely better than I could ever hope to be mechanically, and honestly have shown why they are that good. Like, these guys are the best of the best and just do some mechanical stuff that hasn't been seen before. But that is not the only way to be successful in this game. There's plenty of paths in Fortnite Battle Royale to get there and to get to the top.
Yeah, I mean, you can be mechanically amazing. You know, you can have smart rotations. That's what I love about the Battle Royale genre as a whole. There's just so many different working parts. And I feel as though, you know, there are some duos that do some things really great and others that do other things even better. So that's why it's always so exciting to me to be spectating duos and being able to be here and casting these games, just so that you can see how these duos work together, how they play to their strengths. They are going to be taking, that one gets me every time. I had to quickly look down into the inventory there to make sure he had the redeploy. I was like, what are you doing, Unique? Please.
I still get a little bit of vertigo anytime. Even if I know they have it, it's just like I'm desperately afraid of heights. But we're into the top 10 now as Unique and Flame. Now you can see high utility. Again, 2-gun loadout, but using as much of the utility. And RRQ hero Kappa just gets ripped. 4-shot out from under him, and they catch him before he even hits the ground. Up to 91 points so far from Unique and Flame, and just so well done.
Yeah, and you can see there, just, you know, they started shooting at the wall and then both immediately switched down to the floor. Smart plays coming out of them as always. Here we have Met. I'm going to take a stab at that name. I know that, thank goodness it's me casting here, not Zeke, because...
he would have panicked and
Yeah.
probably fell out of his chair. But
Yeah,
now,
that-
Met taking shots from the high ground, looking down here, trying to find what he can. Gets GCBM, GGK with a perfectly placed rocket, and now he's going to look to punish that backside of the storm. That was the conversion over to the knock he'd already gotten, so nothing else to do in there. As Harukio trying to put shots out towards the rest of the lobby, they find Buddha Fishy. So Benji Fishy transcending regions now, all the way over in Asia. People trying to get that luck, but not going to be enough because the SB duo currently running up on the high ground onto 7 elims, looking for number 8 with that rocket. Got to be careful when you edit. However, Harakiro goes down.
Yeah, he just completely dropped down there, possibly to make it easier for his partner to possibly get him. But, you know, it isn't going to matter because the zone is moving, so he is going to completely fall. Here we have the Trigger boys. Actually, my apologies. It's only Unique still alive in this match. He has used the Shadow Bomb to position himself perfectly for the next rotation. Is building up, kind of taking mid-ground at this point. There are only 7 players. Make that 6 left in this lobby, 5 duos. So this is almost a solo game at this point.
Yeah, and now he got the other duo knocked, so it is a straight-up solo game. If he can convert on that, it will go through, and he's into the top 5. So a huge play despite Flame going down. Conversion does go through, and he finds Kosa as well. So now straight-up solos. 9 elims on Unique. It's a 1v1, and this was for all the money. Unique wanted it to be enough. He was sitting there. This was their second to last game. They needed to clutch out. They needed every single point possible, and will he be able to find it? We're watching the left side of the screen right now as Unique disengages down towards the bottom. Matt up on the high ground again as he's trying to run him around and find an angle. One thing note, only has 6 mats and only has the redeploy, which is a top down mechanic, so he wants to sneak a shot on him. He knows he has to save mats. Hello!
He jumped the rocket!
What?
Sundown!
That's ridiculous!
He jumped the rocket!
It went up onto the low ground, just being a tile of a square away. Gets the first shot with the combat. Now he has the pressure. He finds the zone. He has to go forward, though, because here's the change in elevation. He finds the first shot. Can he find the second? And he does! He finds it! 7 HP left. Gets the siphon to tick over. Unique puts it on his back. 24 points. 14 eliminations and the victory royale. Look at the fossil. Look at the plays. The Vietnamese duo doing it. They said, we don't need 0 ping. We don't need to take your walls. We'll do it with style. We'll do it with execution, and we'll do it with coordination. But now we're hopping over back into live games. This isn't stuff from last night or early this morning, depending on where you live. This is from Brazil. We're going all the way down to South America, and now on board with Nothing, No Name, and Clipnode. Clipnode, who actually grabbed the final solo qualification spot last week.
Yeah, out of his mind. He 100% deserves that, because Clipnode is somebody who, when we first started this whole journey with World Cup, I really wasn't sure who he was, but we've seen him time and time again be extremely consistent, just with utilizing, all of the things that he's learned so far. To see him qualify last week, sneak that in, but now he's here with Nothing, No Name, and they are certainly trying to make names for themselves today. Clipnode using that launch pad to rotate over. Tons of players left in this lobby, so things may get a little bit dicey for him. This terrain is going to be extremely difficult for these players to navigate. We see these 2 massive mountains in the middle here. The amount of high ground and materials they're going to need to come into play to make these rotations easy for everyone is going to be something to witness for sure.
I hate endgames over here.
I love them.
I don't do particularly well in those circumstances. Oh, hello! Great edits coming out from Clipnode. Gets the heavy snipe on the box across. Catches the hot potato grenade midway through. Hello, there's another one. Can he get over in the box? Great re-edit as well. If he didn't close it, would have taken damage there. But this is what a World Cup qualifier looks like. The individual plays to get away from that. And man, the guy with the grenade launcher on the low ground is just pinging them into those windows.
He's not missing a shot at all. I don't know if I would ever say that term with a grenade launcher. You're not missing shots, but you know, he was absolutely nailing those. Now, like you said, you don't like being over here, but this is what it's all about to me. Anybody can, not anybody, but it's much easier to be on very flat terrain, tunnel through. This is what I love to see. This brings out the actual skill sets of these players. It shows us, you know, how mechanically gifted they are, how much they've practiced, how much time they've put into doing scrims and doing arenas, and just showing us why they're here, why they're trying to qualify and hopefully get those spots to New York.
Yeah, and you do see that Storm Surge is on the right-hand side. What Storm Surge is if a certain number of players are alive and the lobby gets a little too active, the people who have been the most passive will be punished. But because we're down below 30 players, it's turned off and will no longer be active. We've now hit top 15 and we're into those first round of placement points. Now remember, top 15 is 3 points. If you're able to get in the top 10, it nets you an additional 2 for 5. Top 5 gets you 2 more, and then the Victory Royale is 3 for a total of 10. And generally, if you're qualifying for the World Cup, you're looking for a 50-50 split. You need high placements and you need high eliminations. The balanced approach is what gets you there. As you can see right now, Clip noted nothing, no name. 11 eliminations so far in closing in on top 10.
And they get rifted up into the sky there. That definitely was not Clip Nodes. I don't believe it was Nothing No Means either. That would have been a completely other player trying to get out of a little bit of a sticky situation there by using the rift. You can see No Name landing on the high ground, utilizing that community launch pad to pull himself back over to his teammate because they did get separated for a short there. Clipnode has actually used the launch pad as well, or was still up in
player behind. Clipnote goes back down. Can he find it? No. Gets picked up, but they got the top 10. So 12 elim points plus the 5 going through. 17-point performance from Clipnote and Nothing No Name, but they're not going to be a factor in the rest of the lobby. You have Solinho and Seko on the low ground. Matakuski and Ernie just above them with Falls and Ducky 1 tarp above. Solinho does have 1 more chug splash and could use it potentially, but wants to hold off. Waiting for top 5 for the next threshold as WKey Edit picks up Obi and we get closer and closer. Lua gets ticked over and now we have 7 duos remaining. Solinho just taking a little bit of a breather, swapping up on their mats while all the action happens above him. Esteban picks up Ducky and we close in on the top 5. Trap arms and goes off above, but no elimination. Ticks over as the Soccer Skins continue to look. Poised Playmaker wants to make a play, but they also want top 5, constantly checking their sides, realizing they're okay right now. And I mean, man, they're running low on mats.
They are running low on mats, but they do own all of this. So hopefully, you know, they're going to be able to utilize that to their advantage. Edit down just like that. He takes out Expert. You know, that is the advantage of having all of those builds to yourself. You completely dominate the mid and low ground with edits when you have that. Ernie going down, falling to Soul. Soul gets another shot. 98 with a combat shotgun. It isn't going to be enough. Can his teammate follow out? Seago's out in the storm, but does come back in. Seago's sitting on very little HP, about 50 effective HP to his name right now, and they have to play low ground right now because they don't have a choice.
It's a 2v2. You have MST and his partner Esteban in the top right. Seko in the bottom right with Solinho. Everything else on the Y. Solinho looking for the angle. Player drops out into the side. This MAST going for it, but Seko gets the first knock. The flint knock is off into the sky. The fall damage. Hello. Can he catch himself and get back into the zone? Will it be enough? Solinho's tracking him in. No, it's not enough. Solinho picks up the double, throws a nice little pumpernickel, then into the iconic break it down. Let him know. Throw a hootenanny in there as well, and a great finish. And also, Pookie, I gotta give
want to. Got a TTV. Wait, hello?
Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Alright. Do I sound good or is my mic cutting?
It was cutting, but now it's not.
Alright. Is it okay if I put you on my YouTube channel?
Yeah, it's good, but I just got killed. Because I just
what?
landed with no gun. I got killed because this soccer skin. It has a black knight shield.
I got the worst weapon I'm good with. No, oh my god, it's not this side. Disappeared. I'm not good with this. I'm not good with this gun, dude.
You're not good with that?
No. I'm good with the burst SMG, but not with tactical.
Look at that default. He's just sitting there.
I know, but I'm gonna miss my shots. How much you bet?
You don't even look like you had a gun. You don't even got a gun. Yeah, so you're killing him. Wait, you need to go up there and get my reboot card because it's about to run out.
Where are you? Oh my god.
I was landed up there in Diner.
Why? That's so far away.
The only reason I landed Diner is because I seen somebody with, I seen a green tack and then somebody took it. Yeah, just sneak up and get my reboot card and go away. Sneak up and get my reboot card is right in there and go, just run. Run like crazy. Run like you never have.
I don't like this at all. No, I'm gonna get killed. I tell you, bro, I'm not good with this tactical SMG, bro. Alright, yeah, we should rift. Yeah, we should totally rift. Yeah, we should go to another reboot band. You know, I don't like this place anymore. Don't bully me. Brother, you leave. Hello? Nice. Let's go. Bro, can I have any ammo? Like, I barely have ammo. Hey dude, can I have ammo? Like shotgun or AR, something like that. I just need like one of them. Please? Guess I'm not getting ammo today. Can I get ammo? Ammo? And ammo. Oh, wow. Wow. If the hunting rifle was still in the game, I'll be so... At first I thought there was gonna be a trap here. Oh, I can't believe it, there's no trap. Alright. Well, that's good at least. Now all we need is to rip. I definitely wanted to rip. I was hoping that we could rift. Like 300% sure. Like, come on, create a freaking party. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, dude. Come on. Hurry up. Alright, now just leave it. There you go. Oh, there's the emote. This is not a good idea, is it? Wow, can I hit a shot? Thank you. Apparently I can't hit a shot. A shotgun. A shotgun. You have to take mine. Really? I need a shotgun. Like a good one. I don't like tacs. They're doo-doo. Oh my god, I'm actually at 1 HP. I don't even care. I am taking the tac. I am so low, mate. Alright, please, can I have a different shotgun? I'm not good with the tac. I'm literally 300,000% I'm not good with the tac. I will fail you if I had the tac. Even though I got a kill with it, I'm surprised. Ooh. Thank you. You're my savior. And I just realized that I'm dumb as heck. Because I'm in a party and they cannot hear me. Why would I tell them something? Am I that retarded? Alright, let's just keep playing. No, for real though. I'm really dumb. He got 4 kills and I got 3. Not bad. You know? For a person like me, it's not that bad. Give me that AK, boy. Yeet. I just put my mic on because I want you guys to hear me. I got bananas. I got bananas. How do I say this? You know, this game is not that easy. It's kind of hard, but easy at the same time. Sometimes I don't know how to play this game because it's too hard. And there's these one times that I'm so lucky that I want to break the controller even though I did get the kill. And there's times where I'm so horrible. Okay, I'm sorry. I had to. I'm sorry. I can't. Holy moly, would you look at those mats? And I just realized that. Yeet. These are not impulse grenades. They're called Jeet grenades. Where you impulse yourself and you say yeet. You just broke the chest. You broke the chest. You broke the chest. Alright, ready? I'm just saying this because I think PlayStation is a good thing. I'm not saying PlayStation is better or Xbox is better or anything, but I would say I love more the PS4. Like I would think it's, I don't know, I just like it more. It's like me, you know, it's not like what other people thinks. It's what I think. I think it's good, you know. Doesn't have batteries, but it doesn't, you know, it doesn't have to wait 8 hours to charge either. And now I'm about to die by like a whole squad of tryhards. I just got shotgunned? Okay, buddy, this is why you don't give me a tack, okay? You see how bad tacks are? You see how bad tacks are? I shot him. He was right in front of me. And I dead. 5 damage. Bruh. That's so funny. I'm so fresh. I love this game and I'm gonna hate it. You are not having fun all the time. Hey. I want to kill myself. I'm not joking, man. I want to kill myself. I'm not joking, man. I want to kill myself. I'm not joking. I don't. Hey, look at me. Look at me. Hey, got the freshest money on the freaking road. Hey, never mind. I just got you on the man. Just I'm here to tell you something that you know. Hey, look at me. I'm so good. Oh my God, man. Just stop losing it up. That's not good. Hey. I'm joking, man. I don't know how to freestyle or rap. Hey, I'm just gonna say one more thing. I'm not a pro, I'm not a god, but you know I'm really good, bro. I'm not gonna say nothing, but I know that I'm good. And I did it. Wow. Shit. I did not mean to. I'm sorry, guys, but I did not mean to. Alright, and we're back to the video game. And I got something, man. Like, I got something that I want to say, but I can't say it. And I just what it was. Still hear me? Oh my God, did I just... No. Alright, you guys can still hear me. Alright. Let's get this done, man. I gotta win. I have to win, bro. I have to win. I have to win. Like, I have to win. Look at me, 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 I'm so trash at this game. I'm deleting my channel, guys. You know, it's not working well. Should I just go to game chat? Should I go to game chat? Like, I'm gonna turn my mic off, alright, guys? Shh. Let's get it.
This game so annoying. Frick, I built, and then apparently my build didn't place. Totes, brother. Totes. This game sucks. Leave.
I'll do it after this, okay?
Niggers.
Thank you,
Wait,
man.
what?
Oh, no, it's fine. After this, I'm gonna go eat. Actually, no, I can eat in my room. It's just that it's gonna be hard to play.
What?
It smells so good. Just kill. No, don't kill yourself.
Oh, real life?
Yeah, just kill yourself in Fortnite. Not right now, but when you have to go eat, so then you can like spectate.
Look, my food is served. Like I can kill myself right now, and I can just watch it if you want.
Nah, because who knows? This kid might be actually possibly good.
Oh, there's someone here. I didn't know.
Literally, how many? Literally, the other kid is butt. Nah, but no lie, Elijah, I kind of blame that on you. Oh, wow, get chugged. Elijah.
Yeah.
The only reason I'm saying I blame it on you is because like you could have rezzed, but instead you like was dropping minis, and he had 1 HP, and you could have rezzed. The shrimp is so good. Are you eating? Yeah, it's good though. Huh? No, don't. No. I got a tactical AR and a purple combat. Don't tell me Joel's living with me. What, Joel? What? I'm literally marking a blue tack and it won't mark. I don't want it. I already have a purple combat. I already have a blue. Yo, Joel just said that he's living with me now. Wait, Matt, do you want a purple combat since you gave me one last game?
I have the worst.
You're welcome, my son. You're my son. What are you talking about? Listen, 50-50. Yeah, right now I'm your dad. Okay. I'm actually gonna go sweat tryhard since I have my sweat set up.
I wanna get a dub.
What? What?
We're playing a game. You wanna play?
What game?
Guess that person. Zoomed in.
I would, but I'm playing Fortnite. Nick. What?
He's made a video about it. I watched it.
Nick, when you go eat, I'm gonna go. Wait, Joel. Could I approach you guys after? Nick, I got a launch pad. Oh no. Get that, Nick. Cause I already have a truck in 4 minutes.
Should I
Wait,
carry
you
this
have
one
minis?
or no? Yeah, I only have one.
Give me that. I have 5 minis.
Alright, I got it. I have a storm flip just in case.
Yeah, that's good for endgame. That would have been good for that match. Cause instead of me hitting him for 80, I could have just threw it.
Holy shit.
I should have used my launch pad, bro. Cause then I could have just got away and healed.
I did not know this.
But again, you could have started out. You could have been
I
far
had
out
another
here.
cozy. I'm right now. I have no lag spikes. Like literally, it's just Blake. Like the thing it shows for your ping, if it shows red, there's none of that.
Oh, same. Oh, Mom, the shrimp is good. Yeah.
What? That's tough. I'm not getting off. The only time I got off yesterday, 4:50 in the morning, went to bed. The day before I went 6:06, went to bed.
I haven't had sleep in 3 days.
Okay. I wasn't even tired. The only reason I went to bed was because of my ankle. Cause I like, look, see, I don't feel comfortable sitting like this. Because like, it hurts, like that. No, cause I have to charge my remote. Yeah, and because I'm used to it. If I don't charge it, I'm gonna be bad. Cause I'm used to holding it like that. Cause it's always dying. And then when I take it off the charger, it's at like 1.
Oh shit, storm.
Your D-pad, your goddamn pickaxe.
Oh, I use that too. What the hell is he even talking about?
I've been on Builder Pro.
Yo, this ain't fair. I'm gonna die. I'm using a cozy. Now I'm 100 health. Nick, I feel bad for you. No, I haven't met you. Oh, wait, no, there's a cozy up here. I hear shots. Should I take this medkit though? No. Stop. My shots? My
Yeah, I'm gonna take
loot
this
is
medkit.
terrible.
Please don't get sniped.
Crack this kid's shield.
He's healing guy, rush.
I don't have any freaking.
What are you doing?
I'm about to collect this Fortnite over here.
There's a trap in there. Do not go in there.
I know.
Oh.
I got shot. Oh, this kid's rebooting. Easy free kill.
Yeah, I can't hear that. I'm sorry, guys. I can't. It's just way too weird, you know? I don't even know what they were talking about. I get one of them was like, I want to get this like 4x, and the other one was like, there's people rebooting here. But look where they're at, my man. Look where they're at. You see that location? Oh boy, you're gonna die. You're literally the closest thing to dying to the storm if you don't get over here. Like, if you don't get your butts over here, you're gonna die to the storm. Yeah, they're down to the storm. There's just no way. If they survive the storm, I am the wrongest person in the world. Oh my god, how is he going so fast? So he took a rift? No, he's not high enough to be taking a rift. Wait, is he? No, because YouTube is the one close. Yeah, he's using a grappler. I mean, not a grappler. Oh my god, why did I call it a grappler? Yes! Yes! I can complete my challenge. 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 I already used the campfire, search a chest, use a vending machine, and a campfire, and a single match. Yeah, I already did that stuff. The builds where I wanted to be. Really? Oh my god, bruh. They're not gonna help, are they? Yep, they're not gonna help, man, because they're the best teammates in the world. Why not? They're gonna fight other people and not fight the guys that we were fighting? Sure. Why not? I just knocked that dude by the storm. It's okay, man. You don't have to worry about anything at all. As you can see, the default's the one that's actually going for the ones that matter. Look at all that fresh loot that you can get right there, man. All that fresh loot. All the freshy big old loot. Please grab my reboot card. If he grabs all the loot and forgets about my reboot card, I'm gonna hate him. You're not gonna grab my reboot, right? You're not gonna grab my reboot card? Reboot card? My reboot card? Talking about this thing right here. This thing right here. You know, the thing that actually matters. Really, you're not gonna grab my reboot, huh? These kids are so garbage. They can grab my reboot bed. Just grab it. I mean, not the reboot bed, the reboot card. Just grab the reboot card, bro. You can get it. You don't even need anything, bro. He's wasting that for the loot and not the reboot card. Look at him. Bro, look at him. He could have got my reboot card. How many times? Like 3 times. No, but they gotta be really dumb, bro. They have to be so